Sunday, February 3rd, 2013 in Homestead Air Force Base. And look who we have this morning. We have a bunch of peacocks. And this Air Force Base was flattened a few years ago by a hurricane. This is all new. Well, here's our accommodations in Key West. Townhouse for senior officers at the Truman Annex, U.S. Navy. We have a nice living room with a flat screen TV, dining room, kitchen with a dishwasher, kind of an office area, a laundry room. They even gave us soap. And up here, there's 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Over here, it's cocktail hour with Stu and James and Margaret. Little yummies before dinner. And from our backyard, we can see the southernmost point in the continental United States marker with all the people in line to get their picture taken. There's a pretty short line right now, but they all line up very politely and then get their picture taken by this marker. This is Blue Heaven, a great place for breakfast. They also have lunch and dinner. And over the years, there's been a bordello upstairs and a dance hall. And it goes all the way down here to the corner. Here we are at the Blue Haven Monday morning, 15-minute wait. Outside, beautiful setting. There's lots of kitty cats and chickens. This is a conch shop right across the street. Good conch fritters, I've been told. Here we are in downtown Key West with 4 cruise ships in port today. Okay, this is the Audubon House and Gardens.
Geiger. He came to Key West in 1819 as a 13-year-old boy. Key West and, in fact, Florida were still Spanish possessions at that time. He did a lot of things on the island. He was a harbor pilot here for the Navy. He was our first harbor master here. But he made his money on the island as a wrecker. John James Audubon, the naturalist. He came to Key West in 1832. House wasn't built until 14 years later. He never saw the house. He never set foot in the house. We do know that while he was here, he stayed on Green Street, the little street right out here, with the Dr. Sobel, and he observed the beautiful garden that the Geigers had here at the time. He got the Geigers permission to come in and paint in the garden while he was here. And in fact, but you know, we're standing in it today. It was obviously well made and beautifully restored. The Wolfsons still run the house as a family foundation and not for profit. When Audubon came to Key West in 1832, he was only on the island for 6 weeks. It was part of a 12-year period where he painted what are known as the birds of America for him.
So here we are in the dining room, across the hallway from the parlor. And this house, till about 1920, had no electricity or running water. Now, Mr. Audubon was in Key West for 6 weeks, and he painted some birds here in the garden, but he didn't stay here. Here's a children's room Notice the wonderful springs on the mattress. And there's a doll. My grandmother had one kind of similar, but nicer. The master bedroom has a nice quilt and a desk and another bed over here for a young'un and a cradle for a wee young'un. And here's the ensuite master bath. I guess besides a little office desk here and the dress, this might have been where the clothes were stored, because there's no other place to store clothes that I've seen. There's a picture of John James Audubon. In 1832, Audubon was in Florida, and he painted the birds of Florida, including 22 birds of the Florida Keys. I guess these are early roller skates. Here we are in the kitchen, a separate building out back so that if there's a fire, the house doesn't burn down. There's a wash tub. I think that's a counter for washing dishes. There's some candles. Here's the fireplace, and you can see the hooks where things could be suspended over the fire to cook over a long period of time, which probably wasn't very pleasant in the summer around here. The people who lived here had this outhouse until 1958. And when there was no running water, here's the pump just behind the outhouse. Here's a nice little patio out back. As the sun begins to sink in the west, the sailboats are headed out to their duty stations on the sunset cruises. There's another one there. Okay, the sun is sinking in the west.
Yeah.
And here's the people over here at the southernmost point, all watching the sunset. There it sinks into the west.